Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll show you how to rethread a stripped oil drain plug hole on an ATV. And what I've got in the shop here is a Suzuki Eiger ATV. I believe it's a 400 cc's. So when I removed the oil from this ATV, the plug here was already loose on the engine. And after that, when I went to retighten it up, it just would not tighten at all. And there's no threads left in the case of the engine for this plug to go back in. And here's the hole here. It's actually an aluminum case, and you can see it would be quite a big job to replace the case, so you're way better off to fix it like I'm going to do today. And I'll just show you in a second here what I'm going to use for that. And this is the kit I bought for that. It's actually a spark plug thread repair kit. It's from Healy Coil. You get all these parts, you get a few inserts that are different lengths. And it's part number 5334-14. Now I had another tap here in my toolbox. I did cut it shorter. As you can see, the one in the kit is longer. It's got a smaller thread diameter at the top, and then it goes into the bigger diameter for the inserts to go in. The reason I shaved one off is because inside the engine there's a screen there not too far away, like less than an inch. And now to stop all the shards from going inside the engine, I'm going to put grease on my drill bit so that all the aluminum shavings can stick to the bit. Now if you do get a few shards that stay inside the case, there is a screen right above the oil drain plug, so it should not affect your engine at all. It should stay confined to the bottom where the drain plug is. Now what you want to do is line up your drill totally straight with the drain hole. And there's not much to it, I'm already done. You can see the shavings are stuck on the grease, so that worked perfectly. Now you can give it a quick wipe here. And now you can see the hole, it's quite clean. And I'll just open up this kit here. And here's the tap up close. The threads are smaller at the top, bigger at the back. And the angled parts are actually cut right through the aluminum so that the bigger threaded part can make its threads. And by the way guys, this is an M14 by 1.25 thread. Make sure before you fix any hole that you have the same threads. And you get this tool here just to punch in the inserts at the end. And you'll notice that each insert has knurls on it. You want the knurled part to be sticking out from your engine. And then once it's screwed in flush with the engine, you just tap this a few times. It'll just expand this part of the insert with the knurl so that it does not move from the engine. Now these taps come with a 3/8 hole for a ratchet. But what I'm going to do first though is use the one from the kit that I did not modify. So it has the smaller threads here and the bigger ones there. I'm just going to go into the hole, start it, and then take it out and use the shorter one. So again, the reason I'm doing this is because it's hard to get the thread started with the other one that's modified. And I'm going to pull it out before I hit the screen inside. So it's a bit tough. Okay, I think I'm in enough now. And you can see how all the shavings have stuck to the grease. And you can see how the threads are coming along. And I'm going to insert the short one. And it does make it a lot easier. If it gets too hard, just back off and then tighten it up again. It does get pretty hard to turn at some point. There, it's getting a bit easier now. And check out all those shavings. Now just give it a wipe. And now these threads look very good for the insert to go in, and the screen looks pretty good as well under there. And you can see here how well the grease worked to trap all the shavings. And out of this kit now I'm going to use the medium insert provided. Again, remember that the knurled part has to be on the outside of the engine. Now it is recommended to use some high temp RTV silicone around the insert. Now you don't need much, just put a thin film around the threads. And this should be good enough. Now with the knurls facing on the outside part of the engine, just screw in the insert. And if your threads are good, you should be able to do this by hand, no problems. Now at this point here, it's getting a bit tight for me to turn it with my fingers. But what I find that works really well to tighten these in are these vampire pliers. The ends are round and they're well gripped, or they have knurls at the end here to help you grip into that insert. So now just grab the outer edge. And it's going in quite easy with these pliers. You want to screw it in flush with the engine, or just slightly in. So right about here I'd say is good. Now with this tool here from the kit, just insert it into the insert. Tap it a good few times. This is supposed to make that insert get really tight in there. It's still a bit loose. Now it's getting tight, so I'm going to give it a few more shots. And you want to make sure it's tight in there like this. You should not be able to move it with your finger. And also tell whoever you're fixing it for to be careful when they replace the oil. Make sure they don't tighten up the plug more than 20 foot-pounds. And now try your plug. And it's going in there very nicely. And I'm going to carefully torque this oil drain plug today at 20 foot-pounds. And that's good. Now the reason that the threads were probably stripped could be from people over tightening the oil plug during oil changes. And I'm going to add the engine oil. So I've got the oil in about 3.6 liters or close to 4 quarts. I'm going to start it up now. So I've ran it for a while here, it got warm. I'm checking it again to make sure there are no leaks. And I don't see any leaks on the floor, and the ATV has been sitting in the shop here all night. And the plug is still on there nice and tight. So what I would recommend to you guys today is to keep one of these in your shop. Here's the part number, and it's from Healy Coil. Also, if you get a second kit and you modify the tap, I believe a 5/8 drill bit would be better instead of using a 9/16 like I did in the video. I realized after the whole job was done that a 5/8 would have worked better, and I could have just gone in with my modified tap here. And the reason again that I modified this tap by making it shorter is so that I don't hit any parts in the engine when making the threads. So thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and have yourselves a great day.